Russia says NATO talks unsuccessful, as Poland warns of war. Week of diplomacy aimed at easing Russia-Ukraine tensions looks set to fail as fears of escalation rise. Russia has described its security talks with the United States and NATO this week as unsuccessful, saying there is continued disagreement on fundamental issues. Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov said on Thursday that the 2 rounds of discussions so far in Geneva and Brussels had produced some positive nuances, but that Moscow was looking for concrete results. The talks, which moved to Vienna on Thursday for a meeting of the Organization for Security and Cooperation in Europe, OSCE, are centered on Russia's security demands from the West and its buildup of troops near Ukraine. The military deployments have spooked Kyiv and its allies, prompted calls for the forces to be pulled back, and led to Western warnings of severe penalties on Russia should it launch an offensive. Moscow has said it has no plans to invade Ukraine, which is already battling Russia-backed separatists in its east and saw the Crimean Peninsula annexed by Russian forces in 2014. Russian officials have stressed that they can deploy forces on their territory how they choose and blamed NATO for destabilizing the region. The Kremlin's list of security demands from the West includes legally binding promises that NATO will never allow former Soviet Republic Ukraine to become a member and that the organization will pull back troops from former communist states in Central and Eastern Europe that joined the alliance after the Cold War. Still, at the OSCE meeting, Poland's foreign minister warned earlier on Thursday that Europe is nearer to war than it has been in 30 years due to the current tensions. Addressing envoys from OSCE's 57 members, Zbigniew Rau did not name Russia, but mentioned tensions in Ukraine, Georgia, Armenia and Moldova, all countries with active or frozen conflicts involving Russia. In response, Russia's envoy to the OSCE said Moscow would take steps to defend its national security if needed.